We so nearly caught you singing
You
there.
nearly did, but you didn't, did you? Ironically, I really enjoy singing.
What's your favourite song?
Ever?
To sing.
Ever?
To sing.
I don't know, just the random bollocks I sing to my dog while I'm making him dinner. I suppose this happens more than any other.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 19 of Swords, Boards and Beards. We are up to 19. Yeah, 19 it is.
19, baby.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Yay.
We're recording this as a pre-record, but it's going out on New Year's Eve.
2025.
Last chance to listen to our beautiful voices before the end of the year.
The nuclear war.
And before the golden nugget takes charge overseas and let's not mention the war, literally.
Oh God.
This is a chance. Last week we had Toby on
Game of the
talking
year.
with Adam about Game of the Year. Excuse me, and the Game of the Year awards, which is fun to listen to. We talked so much that we didn't do any of Gubbins, which is fine. So we'll have Gubbins. This week we thought we would look at the review of the year. We've been podcasting now since May. And we thought we'd look at what we've enjoyed of the year, what was good, what was we enjoyed, what from a game perspective, from a geek perspective, and then have a ganders at what may take part. What we'll be looking
What will be
to
fill those voids next year. Yeah.
Absolutely. And for the possibly for the last time, as Adam looks depressed at me, Leonard, because he can't stand there. We might have.
I'd just like to point out that
No.
I had no input in Leonard. It just appeared one day and has been here ever since. I didn't think it was a funny joke then. I don't think it's a funny joke now.
No one else is ever going to use that song.
No.
And not for good reason.
What are you trying to owe his estate royalties or something?
No. No one else is going to use the song, and it needs to be heard.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it?
Because it's genius. And if you ever watch the music video, because there was
I
one.
never will. I never ever will.
Well, if I put it in front of you, would you watch it?
No, you'd have to Clockwork Orange me and hold my eyelids open.
I can do that.
I'd rather you didn't.
I'll get Jace from Liz Parish to help. He do one eye, I do the other.
It's too much like conflict. You can do it.
Well, anyway, the music video is a 1960s fever dream.
Is it?
It's absolutely. It's somewhere between a very happy, which is weird, Leonard Nimoy. Not because he can't be happy, because he obviously played Spock, who never smiled.
Yeah.
So you get a normal human being of a Leonard Nimoy singing ladies in short 1960s skirts
Oh, I'm in.
on hilltops that, thinking about it, looked quite a lot like the Teletubby set.
Right.
But it was real hilltops. It wasn't.
Okay.
So yeah, it's anyway.
You're selling this to me, you know. You really are.
You have me at Leonard Nimoy, is the expression. So it's a chance to ramble and say goodbye to the year.
Yeah.
6 months, 7 months
I know, right? I'm smashing it.
of talking nonsense for
Uh-huh.
an hour.
Still more of you are listening to talk to her.
So tell us, Adam. I'm
Yes.
going to pass the buck over to
Yes,
you.
Adam.
Highlight of your. Let's break it down. I'm going to ask genuinely. Make this up on the fly, not really. Highlight of the year from all of our geek perspectives, and see if you can rattle them off. We can talk about it. So by that I mean highlight of the year in terms of RPG, highlight of the year in terms of video game, highlight of the year in terms of movie, TV, things that you've gone. If you had to pick, instead of doing a top 10 list of, it's like, okay, what would be the thing that stood out for you this year in this genre?
Okay.
So let's go, because it's been fresh on your mind after last week's recording. Let's go with your highlight of the year from a video game perspective.
The best video game I played this year.
Yeah, that was okay. Let's
That
see if
came
we can.
out this year?
Yes.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah. Let's make it harder.
So the easy answer for me is probably Space Marine 2. But saying that, like, I went through the campaign, I played a few of the operations and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. But it's not one of those ones where I've been like, oh, I can't wait to get back on that.
Interesting from a Warhammer boy, because I was playing Warhammer in the year and I've obviously dipped off.
Yeah.
And you are still playing the game a lot.
Yeah. Not as much as I recently over the last couple of months, but yeah.
But you've run with the gauntlet and found it's definitely your thing.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
So for it not to be calling you back from a video game.
Yeah, and they've done updates on it, and there's stuff I haven't seen in there and things like that now, so I should go back really.
So
but
what's
the thing
made
is
you not?
there's
Other
just
games?
so much to play, man, and so much to do, and I've got limited time to do these things. I've got a whole army of bloody Space Marines to paint.
So they can't entice you in with the video game because you want to play the real thing.
Yeah, that's basically long and short of it. Plus, yeah, I think my other video game choice for this year will be Raven's Watch. I really liked Raven's Watch.
What was that?
So it's a roguelike action game similar to like Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So like almost like an isometric top-down thing. But you play as like Brothers Grimm characters.
Okay.
So you have a choice of character and you unlock more as you go through. But they're characters like Little Red Riding Hood, the Pied Piper, Aladdin, the Ice Queen, Geppetto.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, sort of public domain characters. But they've all got their own special abilities and things like that. And it's, yeah, you have like a time limit. So you start the day, you've got like 17 minutes before you are teleported to the boss of that chapter.
Yeah.
And you have to try and get as much like resources and like level ups and stuff in your character so you're strong enough to fight the boss in that time limit. So you've got to like pick your fights and pick your routes and stuff, and it's a randomly generated map every time, so it's not always the same route and things. And you're like, right, we need to go here and grab that chest, and then we'll go over here and hopefully that's something good, and blah 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 blah. And you progress through, and it's like you end up fighting Baba Yaga as like the end boss, but it's all very like there's little side missions in every chapter. So it's like the 3 little pigs in one. Second one is like Sinbad. Third chapter is like King Arthur. So it's like taking a lot of things in there, but the gameplay is a really satisfying loop, and each character plays entirely differently, and it's all co-op, so you can play with friends and that, which is a good laugh.
And without being a poo-poo on the year,
Mm-hmm.
what is there any that you've kind of been really excited about and then gone, meh? I'm hoping there's a no answer to that.
See, the thing is that sort of stuff is that I tend to like watch content on games I want to play before I pick them up, and then go, okay, yeah, this looks like it's for me. Well, nah, I don't really fancy look at this sort of thing.
You'll never. My friend Jason,
I won't just buy whatever's on the chart or whatever.
He will only watch like if you watch. He rates films on Letterboxd, and his number is always never lower than a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me before.
And he was like, but then he's never gonna. He does the research for films. So he's never gonna watch something he knows he's not gonna like.
Yeah,
as a start of a 10. And he will watch a bunch of stuff. He'll watch something from every genre, even kids animation.
Yeah,
he's a cinephile and he wants to have seen them. But so I guess if you're going in knowing, not just going, yeah, let's have a go. Particularly at the cost, you can't just afford to.
No, exactly.
Pick them up.
But like, yeah, I'm not just going to go, right, what's number 1 on the charts this year or this month? I'll pick it up, sort of thing. You know.
And regardless of when it was released, what's the game you've given the most time to this year?
FTL. It came out in 2012.
Okay, interesting.
It's a spaceship simulator game where you order around your crew and things like that, and it's just I really like it. It's hard as nails, absolutely hard as balls, but it's really cool. I really like it. And they're doing a 40k flavoured one next year called Void War, which is not
which you won't play because you'll be painting.
It's not officially licensed, but it's definitely Warhammer.
Is it called instead of Space Marines? They're called
Centurions.
Space Centurion.
Yep. But it's all psychic powers and demons and hell entities and stuff like that. I'm all over that. Put that on my wish list. It's the only thing on my Steam wish list.
Really?
Yeah.
I like. I'm trying to think. I haven't played. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, when was the last time you played a video game?
Well, no, it's interesting because after last week when I was listening to you and asking questions, because I don't do it as much as you and Toby, if at all, I was reflecting as we got ready for last week's episode what happened, what changes me in video games. It wasn't that I don't like them. I genuinely love them, and I say that. And you and I have walked many a dog. No, we walked 3 dogs across the one place.
Many miles.
And it was like, what is it stopping me? And it's basically the diary.
Yeah.
From the games, the other RPGs I play, and the prep, and seeing actual other people that aren't really my family. And actually, my diary doesn't. Whereas if I'm playing a game like over the Christmas break, I'm hoping that I can, even if it's an old game, settle into something when I don't have to think about anything. I don't just give an entire afternoon just for funsies to do whatever it is.
Yeah.
So the last game I played that was released this year. I don't know.
Baldur's Gate?
That wasn't released. Was that released?
That was last year.
I was going to say. And I've got Wukong to play, and I've got Space Marine to play.
Mm-hmm. I think you'd like Space Marine. It's a good laugh. So easy, switch your brain off.
Absolutely.
Kill hordes of Tyranids.
And Kevin should be writing was saying, and I think you probably said it as well, but I used to play video games with Kevin. It's like, this will remind you of Gears of War, the other Gears of War days.
Yeah.
So from a nostalgia, member berries type of thing, it could be very good. So I'm hoping to actually, and if I do go into Christmas, finishing the year with video game, 2 things I want to try. One is going back to Isolation.
Okay. What, in prep for the eventual sequel? Or?
Yeah, but also because I started replaying it ahead of us playing Alien RPG.
Yeah.
And my Xbox stopped working, like wouldn't run that game, just stopped working. And then Toby, you kindly gave him an Xbox.
Yeah.
And Toby finally set it up properly and moved everything across, made sure everything ran and didn't lose any saves and all that kind of stuff because he was wanted to make sure everything shifted and portable. And he did, but he wanted to. He's like, yeah, I'll get my ass in gear. The Xbox dying for more than my game.
Yeah.
Like it started every game, so it was he wanted to play. So we were like, okay, I need to actually manage and go break up, blah blah blah. So your Xbox is now up and running in our lounge.
Cool.
Which means it does run everything that it should run.
Good, like it's an old girl.
Yeah.
I got a lot of years out of that.
So it means that I should be able to play it because it wouldn't get past the loading screen.
Right.
When I ran on mine. So, and I liked it. I just want to play the story. I don't care about being challenging.
Yeah, you can stick it on story mode or whatever.
And just indulge in that universe because I rewatched Romulus recently.
Oh, did you?
On Blu-ray.
Oh, is it out on Blu-ray now, is it?
I picked it up on Blu-ray and watched it and saw more flaws in the film than I saw the first time.
Yeah.
It's fine. I still enjoyed it, but it's like... and it made me go, I need to play the game. And yes, because the second game is coming out.
Well, it's very, very early doors, isn't it? But
yes.
They've announced that they are working on a sequel.
So, and I would probably dabble back in Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
As I lose my brain, just to sit there for a while.
But this is the thing, though. If you're prepping things like Dungeons and Dragons or tabletop RPGs, do you really want to go and then play more of that? Do you know?
Well, that's just it. It's counter programming. I've started on TV because I'm prepping my Hobbit campaign, which is something we'll come to later in the podcast. And I'm doing a lot of Lord of the Rings and Middle Earth and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Both TV, watching films, rewatch the films, and looking at this thing. My counter program recently has been The Agency on Paramount Plus, which is a CIA thriller. It's a TV show, Michael Fassbender in, and it's so counter programming. It's got Richard Gere in it as the head of the server,
right.
This kind of stuff. It's so counter programming to Hobbits, you couldn't get further from it, obviously. It's very good, but you're right, you need it to be counter programming.
I mean, sometimes you get, if you're like me, I tend to absorb things like Warhammer content a lot. Like I'm listening to the audiobook, I then paint the miniatures, I play video games based on that world, so I'm in there a lot, sort of thing. So but sometimes you need to do something that's not related to the things that you're currently doing.
So my video game, maybe I always get it over Christmas. I remember a couple of years ago when first Spidey came out. That's all I did over my Christmas break. When
Spider-Man's a great game.
When Last of Us 2 came out, that's what I did. I bought it, and that's all I did. I kind of didn't put social life because my social life wasn't as busy as it is now. But didn't watch movies, didn't go out as often. Just binged that game until I finished it. That's it. How many days it took me? 30 days if you do it. Well, if that's all you do, it won't take you forever.
Sure.
But you know what I mean. So with the Christmas break, I can crack through a game without trying. So we shall see.
It'll be interesting to see what you end up playing.
Yes, or at all.
Let's be honest.
So video games. What about tabletop? Been your highlight of the year?
As in individual moment or game that we've played or something?
That you
I really liked playing Call of Cthulhu. I really enjoyed that, and to see my wife DM it and stuff was after never running anything before. Was,
she was really good.
Yeah, was really good, and I was really proud of her. And it was a lot of fun, and I really annoyed her with how unhinged my character was.
You really upset me.
Yeah, I upset all of you, which was great fun.
The Dad Dancer, the 1980s Elim Church. Anyone who's listening to the podcast who's ever been to a church in the 80s, an Elim church in the 80s, which will mean nothing to nobody. Dear Lord, and I say that blasphemously now, dear Lord, what the actual fuck.
Smite thee, you fiend! Burn the heretics and the witches.
Can't burn us all.
I will try, for I am Samuel Jennings,
the
voice of God.
Adam played the vicar of the party, because of course every party needs a vicar and a tart.
And pre-generated characters, and I ended up being the vicar.
Did you choose him? Or
I chose him.
And he danced
what was fantastic about it as well is that none of you realised he was a black guy until the fifth session.
I saw the picture. The picture on your character sheet, he's a black dude.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you
when I revealed it, everyone was like, "What?
I knew you were black." That's really funny.
And then I actually read the backstory about halfway through playing the character. I was, oh, my sister Grace!
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it was good fun, that game.
Yeah.
And it was...
Regency Cthulhu. Yeah, really good laugh.
And it was very... Yes, it was very different to normal Cthulhu, which you've also run. You've run for our little group on Thursday. And it had the same vibe. What was interesting is it did have the same vibe, but also... because you would hope Cthulhu would, but it did have its own feel.
What's this, sorry?
With the Cthulhu,
yeah,
the Regency version had the same vibe that you wanted to. From the Cthulhu
yeah, oh
game.
god, yeah. It's just set in a different time setting,
But
and
also-
it has a few slight adaptations to the rules. So
Like you had the social graces.
yeah, just social score and some of the, because obviously it's set in the 1800s rather than the 1920s. You had a few different sort of skill checks to make things. Etiquette rolls and stuff are a bit more important.
Yes. Social etiquette and who was in the ring mattered. So if there's a lady.
Yeah, and that was your sanity levels and things was based on your like social standing rather than the Eldritch Madness. You saw obviously that still had an impact as well. But yeah, that was really clever. I really enjoyed it.
It's very good fun.
And my wife's a big fan of Jane Austen, so for her to be able to slip into that world, she knew exactly how to make things sound and look and do all properly. Oh no, you wouldn't talk to them like that. Oh no,
You wouldn't be allowed to room on your own with that.
Oh
person.
no, you need a chaperone to take this person with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
very
was an
clever.
interesting for someone who doesn't Jane Austen.
No, I didn't know any of that. So
It made sense, but it was like, oh, this changes things. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, what about you?
What have I played? Well, I played a lot. My highlight, I have genuinely enjoyed our D&D game and learning how to play 5.5 or whatever they're calling it. D&D 24.
2024.
They changed the name. It was 6th edition at one point. Then it
One
was
D&D.
Now it's just D&D or whatever.
The 2024
Because
Player's Handbook.
I have bought the books, and it doesn't feel too different.
Why, Adam? They're woke.
Don't mention the war. And yes, anyway, it has been fun to play again because I haven't played D&D in a while,
Yep.
and it will be really interesting because the campaign that Toby's starting over Christmas, he is playing 5.
Okay. Old school 5.
Because I say old school 5 is literally just 6 months, but he's doing that version. So to play 2 different things, and go, what do I do now? So
Yeah.
that has been fun.
I mean, luckily they're not too dissimilar.
No,
from
they're
each
not,
other.
and it will. But I haven't gone back, so I haven't noticed the difference yet. So I'm wondering if I will notice.
Yeah.
When the rule goes, you can't do that. Or with
Oh, it works differently in this game system.
yeah, but I'm also playing a bard, which I've never played before.
Ooh.
So that was fun. I have enjoyed running Blade Runner. We finished that. In fact, by the time this episode airs, we will have finished.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff. I enjoy every game
Yeah.
we play, but really enjoyed Blades and Dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was this year or not, but it was great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed running half of a module for Call of Cthulhu online with you guys.
Yeah. No, it was.
Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
Wait for the edit. Oh, no,
It's not happening now.
there we go. Gonna edit that out. Ta-da! Yeah, so that was good fun. I have enjoyed all the games. So I've rattled through thinking I've played D&D, I've played some Alien, I've played some Blade Runner, I've played some Blades in the Dark,
You played Eat the Reich.
I've played Eat the Reich. This week we are finishing.
Did you Honey
17
Heist?
parts of Honey Heist. We did part 1 because I knew by the time we caught up and said hello, the Australian crew that was lovely to
Yep.
have for games, so we're finishing that off.
Did you finish Witchlight this year? Was that this year?
Yes, it would have been because the Australian crew moved back this summer. So yes, that was finishing. That was the last D&D game I ran.
So you run a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I run at the moment. I'm running. Well, I've swapped a game for this podcast and all the organisation stuff that we do. And
Yeah.
prep
So,
and
but
all
you
that.
were running what, 3 games a week?
I now run Alien every other week.
Mhm.
Well, diary's allowing.
Yeah.
Blade Runner on the other one. Play with you on Monday night. So it's basically 3 or 4 things a week.
It's crazy, isn't it? Lucky to be able to do it though.
And I keep falling on my feet. People keep saying yes. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it's been a good year, and I'm looking forward to. We'll come to what's next. I've got some plans afoot that I'm delving into. But yeah, games-wise, what about your wargaming? Tell us about your delve into the hell that is Space Marine. Here's an interesting question, right? Because you play.
I've been playing 40k now for just over a year.
And you swapped. You've also picked. You've been playing Orcs a lot.
Playing Orcs, day one, that was
and
my
now
choice.
you jumped into Space
And
Marines.
I've jumped into Space Marines, and I've yet to play a game of them.
Okay.
I've not actually played them on tabletop yet.
I thought you. Why did I think you had?
No, I've never played a game of tabletop Space Marines.
Okay, well, that answers the question.
Yeah, so...
I was going to ask you which you prefer.
Well, I don't know.
I know they're different.
Yeah, they're very different. And I wanted something that's very different style, you know? So I've gone not only Space Marines, I've gone really shooty Space Marines. Like, not fighty.
Because orcs can't shoot for shit.
Yeah, orcs can't shoot for toffee. Oh, no, we still love it, though. It's just
it's just that would be the counter-programming. It's orcs that can't shoot at all. To Space Marines, that's there.
And I wanted to paint, like, clean-looking armour with, like, edge highlights.
I do like coming around every week and you kind of go, this is what I've done today.
Yeah.
Or this week. And it's like, okay. I like it.
Yeah,
good.
And they look very different and everything. But yeah, I'm doing that stupid challenge where I'm not playing a game with them until they're all ready. And I've got 7 more minis to do. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but 2 of them are big, massive tanks.
You're on holiday now.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully I get it.
No excuses.
No, true.
Just don't see people.
Don't see family. Christmas time.
Doesn't matter. What's more important, family, or are you just allergic to my bullshit today?
Yeah.
So
I've got a cold.
I thought you played something.
Yeah, no, I am really enjoying the process of it. I'm learning a lot more about the lore. I'm listening to the books, like the Horus Heresy stuff, from 5 books out of like 170 odd books.
I'm just not making fun. I remember at one point you said the Horus Heresy.
Sounds
why it's
boring.
Interesting because it's
Space Marines versus Space Marines.
Where's the interest? And you were enjoying the Orc books.
Yeah, but there's like 4 Orc books across the whole series.
There's like 400 books.
Yeah. So I thought, that is the story of 40k. Like that is what how it ends up becoming what it is, and why you can buy the miniatures you can buy today, and why they're all these main characters after it was like, okay, well, I know like the key points, but it'll be interesting to see how things get to where they are.
Yeah.
So, I am really enjoying it. And they're really well written. I say they're well written. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're not talking.
They're not
Pulitzer
Pulitzer Prize winning novels.
No, but they're good. They're entertaining. As Jace, formerly of this parish, calls them, bolter porn. It's just brother, I will strike down with furious vengeance, and all this sort of stuff.
If it was on TV, would it be a TV movie, a Hallmark TV movie with that Christmas? Quality wise, what would be?
I mean, you'd hope it to be more sort of.
Let's put you on the spot. Is it HBO or is it Channel 5?
Sort of, no, I think it's you'd want it to be a HBO thing, but only because it's so ultra violent.
Let's hope Amazon do it justice.
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
We will see.
Secret Level episode was good.
It was good.
Episode was good. More savage than I expected it to be.
Yeah, what was interesting, I was thinking, because I'm not a short story fan, and so when I realised how short they were, all of them are like, one of them's 11 minutes long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's the only one I've watched the Space Marine one.
The D&D ones, I've only watched 2, that and the D&D one. And D&D one was like 15 minutes. Warhammer was 17, 18, and the Pac-Man one, Pac-Man was 11 minutes long. But what I found interesting was, I enjoyed it. I clearly don't know the lore, I don't know titles, blah, 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 so I had less impact. But there
wasn't really much impact to be had, man.
No, exactly, and that's my problem. Because I found the one that was on Warhammer TV, not with the sister in it.
Yeah, the Prior Nexus stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's one that's a CG animation with the sister battle, and there's
Salamander.
There you go. Marine. And that had more plot, and it was only 5 minutes longer.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, it is very pretty.
It was just action, wasn't it? And it
had the right vibe.
Yeah, just show you how badass they are.
And it was a short story.
They fear nothing.
I don't like short stories written, let alone because my problem is I liked it and then they stopped.
Yeah,
and I want
more.
Like, okay. And also with that short story, the main character from Warhammer 1. Okay, I've got to know you now, but that's the end.
Sakar the Salamander.
I just want more, and you stop the show and it's over. It's not just there's more episodes. There's nothing else. And I'm like, but just as a minute. So anyway, it was very pretty. It did look glorious, and I liked the vibe and the tone, and it was very cleverly done. And I've stopped wartabling. That's my news.
I think we need to pivot into a new system for you. I think
I'm trying to figure out whether war gaming is for me.
I think when Trench Crusade comes out properly next year, and we've tantalised you with the lore and the images and the art they've brought out, and you're like, yeah, this is a bit me.
I like. Well, no, go back to Warhammer. I do like the lore, and I do like the sisters and the books you bought me for my birthday. They're on my shelf to read. I'm looking forward to them. and it's not that I don't. I'm like with D&D.
But if we can get you into a game system where you've got to do 10 minis and that's it, over an ever-changing list of 1,000 points, which is going to be a different points cost in 6 months' time. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause that's kind of where I think that's where you fell off of it.
I fell off of it because I couldn't justify the cost at the time of going investing more minis.
Yeah.
But also I realised that, like, just using D&D as an example, battles are the most boring bit for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them.
But if I played of Warhammer, you seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah. But I wouldn't play it like you do, as often as you do, as much as you do. I think that was my downfall. It's just not. I'm not as like I would as regular. So I'm wondering. I'm not uninterested. I've not been in my minis. I paint them.
Gotcha.
Etc. Etc. So it's not that I'm not. It's just and I would need to invest in money. And I've got to buy a new car. That's my highlight.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
The engine died the other day, so if I've got to buy a car or a mini, I know that
you could buy a mini.
I can afford a mini. So I am interested in both. To at least come and have a look-see and watch and learn again and kind of go, yep, and this is what I need. But I'd need to upgrade my sisters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move away from sisters because I love them.
Yeah.
But I would need to buy some more troops and build them and paint them.
There's a few barriers in your way. Yeah.
Yes, and other commitments.
And there's other stuff going on. You're playing free tabletop RPGs.
And that's my other issue, having the time, and that's what I've allocated over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the thing though, man. Like, maybe, I don't know, if you're interested and you want to do it at some point, when I finish painting these Space Marines and whatever, you can play the Orcs or you can play the Space Marines. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 armies and we can just go up and have a game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you can be like, oh yeah, I remember this now. Is this something I do like or do I not?
I do like it.
Save you having to invest a load of time and energy into your own army, but you can just play with mine. Do you know what I mean?
Good fun.
Yeah, we could do something like that. But yeah, that's my hobby highlight of the month, year, has been getting into this new thing. And originally, and it's quite funny because I was always like, as I said before, I was like, Space Marine's boring. Like,
I was really surprised.
And I've gone for the most boring, reasonable Space Marines.
Green too, and you hate painting green.
Green's the best, mate.
You used to squin.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't live in Portsmouth, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You used to squin a lot about painting green.
Yeah.
Now I've got green, more green, and now you've just chosen a different shade of green. Yep. You should have made them bright pink.
So I've never trust anything Adam says.
Never trust either of them.
No. But no, it's been a lot of fun doing this and seeing how far I've come and things, and it's done well. And I still love the Orcs. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Orcs, and I will still play them. But I'm itching to get a game in with these Marines. I know I'm going to get my ass kicked, but I'm itching to play.
So we're going to go.
Because I've been looking at Power Armor now for months.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man.
I need to use it, not just paint it.
Yeah. It's going to upset me now if I don't do very well after spending all this effort and time and energy on painting an army and then just watching it get blown apart.
We'll be on the table. So how many have you got in a squad on the table? Not a squad, sorry, a whole army.
What do you mean, like how many individual
1,000
models?
points, how many models would it be?
Oh, God.
A lot less than Orcs, I'm guessing.
27 individual troops.
Okay.
And 2 vehicles.
And what was your Orcs? 1,000, roughly.
33 individual models, 3 artillery guns, 4 walkers, and a big truck.
But quite a big drop in terms of minis on the table.
Yeah.
But because they're powerful.
Tougher. Yeah, well, I say tougher.
Tougher.
Better shooter in their roses.
Nice. Film of the year, sir.
Film of the year.
Do it. And bearing in mind, this is going out on New Year's Eve, and we won't. My friend Michael in America went to see Nosferatu last night.
Nosferatu, I'm so excited for it, man.
But that's the 1st of January, so doesn't
yeah, can't have it.
Can't have it.
You know, it might be crap, you know.
It won't be.
It's Robert Eggers will be banging, but it might be crap. Either Civil War or what's the other one I watched this year?
Did you only watch 2 films?
Trust, man. Seriously, it's getting to that point.
It's like you with films and me with Warhammer.
I mean, I've got Longlegs. I've not watched it. And I hear it's good, but I've just not sat down to watch it yet. I haven't bought it on Blu-ray because I hear it's very good, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay,
what else did I see? Come on, you know.
What else did you see at the cinema? You saw Civil War with me. You went and saw Deadpool?
Yeah, no, I didn't see Deadpool in the cinema. I did see Deadpool.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw it on Disney Plus. It was alright, it was okay.
No, I'm going through films you've seen this
Oh,
year.
right,
Released
okay.
this year. That was released this year. Did you see Doom?
No,
Because you
don't care about Doom.
Did you saw Civil War? Did you see Red One starring Chris Evans and The Rock?
No, I did not, surprisingly.
But it came out on Prime 2 days ago. Why have you not watched it on loop since? Because it's so good.
I remember seeing the billboards for that. We are, my God, that looks trash.
Sharon and I nearly watched it on Thursday for a giggle. No, it would be bad. And we ended up going, nope. And we watched the other Red One. And by that I mean the new Hellboy film.
Right.
We also knew it would be bad. A very low budget.
Oh, is it the David Arbor one?
No, there's one since.
There's one since then.
Oh yes, and it's if you watch the original, if you watch the trailer for it, it's based on Mike Mignola's book, The Crooked Man.
Yeah.
And he helped write. This is the first time he's been got a script credit.
Yeah.
When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was a fan-made trailer.
Oh God.
And really low budget, and we all did. And then we went, no, it's a legit thing. It's happening, and it came out, and it's the most bizarre thing. It's a random dude who plays him. It's not. The problem is it has so much hate. But when I watched it, I didn't hate it.
Right. Cut this guy a break. He's trying, bless him.
And it does read like the books. It feels like the books.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you like books, I know you don't. Yeah, but if you do like books, then it's okay. But it's the most bizarre choice that they didn't try again.
I remember what my other film was.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus.
It was a good movie.
All over
that was Civil War. Alien and Civil War. More likely to be Civil War because it's an original thing.
Yeah. And the problem, like rewatching Romulus this week, member berries. Those the South Park member berries that were. It was just. Do you remember this bit from this film?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And it stood out for me more.
And we said it in our episode when we talked about Alien, but it's like
it did stand out more the second time.
Yeah, it did almost feel like don't worry about original stuff. Just remember face huggers and stuff, and remember this line from that film. And
do you remember the shoes that Ripley wore? Well,
they're coming out of the goddamn walls. Like it was like
Do you remember the mist? It was so I enjoyed it, and I don't begrudge buying it.
No. Part of a series and stuff.
And
if you love
I
the
would watch it
franchise.
again. It was entertaining. It was just like, really?
Well, going back to last week's episode of Game of the Year, we were talking about the new Naughty Dog trailer.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the Naughty Dog trailer, I thought, is this an Alien thing?
Yeah.
For a little while, I hadn't seen the Porsche logo right at the beginning, but other than that, it was a bit like, is this an Alien thing?
Yeah. No, I get that. The inside of the ship did look
a bit retro future.
It did look a bit retro future, and it was like, okay, this works. I'm hoping that's good. There was some games that, like Toby got a PS4, and when it was his for his birthday, whatever it was, I can't remember what we got it for, and it's like okay, and I wanted to buy Last of Us 4, and I went, it'd be a reason.
You went to buy Last of Us for you.
No, I bought Last of Us for me, but the PlayStation was for him.
Yeah.
But and he could buy whatever, clearly it's his machine. When I checked with him, his machine, do you mind if I pay for and buy this? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that this intergalactic game could be a reason I go. I'd have to buy a PS5. It will be like
borrow my PS5.
No, it will be because what will happen is they will release it just as the next gen comes out.
Yeah.
So I'll buy the PS5, be cheaper.
Yeah.
Play out the PS5, and then because that's what Naughty Dog does.
Yeah.
Is they release it at the end of the window of the machine, and then upgrade it and then put it on PC where it's crap. I think you said that.
Yeah, something like that.
So anyway,
that sounds like something I'd say.
But it would be. It would be a reason for me to consider, even if I do.
But let's see how it goes.
Oh, exactly.
Let's see how it goes. It could be shit.
It could be.
I doubt it will be, but it could be shit.
But yes, film of the year for me. It's a toss-up between Civil War and Doom. I think because Doom Part 2 worked better than I thought it would. But it's such. I haven't seen
a whole popcorn bucket.
No, I didn't get on a flashlight.
It's not worth it then.
It was one of those things. I haven't seen it since the cinema.
What, the flashlight?
It took a dark turn.
What products do you recommend this Christmas?
It's the most bizarre thing that popcorn buckets have become a thing again.
Did you see the Nosferatu one?
Yeah.
It was like coffin. I was like, that's rad.
But they
I could put so many Warhammer paints in there.
They gave up on 3D. They gave up on whatever. And now the new gimmick is let's go back to popcorn buckets for the retro feel. Yeah. Maybe like Game of the Year we talked about Astrobot last week, where this is. Do you remember what it's like? Just simple and old
they used to do popcorn buckets and stuff then? Like, because you're a bit older than me, so.
Yeah, not like this.
I don't remember them ever doing like.
They did. But, I mean, the problem with these is they'll cost you more than. I mean, the popcorn costs you a silly amount.
That's a joke, mate. Just try to shift more popcorn.
But they'll also
Can you just buy the bucket without any popcorn?
Yeah, you have to pay for the popcorn. Sorry, you have to pay for the bucket separately. Yes.
Can you go? I just want the bucket. I don't want any popcorn.
Probably.
I don't know. No, sir. It has to come with popcorn.
But it'll probably cost you. It's going to cost you £10 for the bucket. Minimum.
Ugh.
So it's just whether you can be bothered. But
between I get the coffee.
The Deadpool and the coffee one, it seems to be a new thing. So I did enjoy Doom. I did enjoy Hellboy more than I thought it would. It wouldn't be in my top 10 of the year. Longlegs, you need to watch Longlegs over your break.
Yeah.
That was my horror film of the year. If you break it down by genre, it would be horror film of the year.
Okay.
And yes, Civil War I think is, and I thought this when I saw
the
Civil
original
War.
film, man, and I really enjoyed it.
And
I've watched it since.
I sat there watching that, going, "Oh, this might be Doom for you," because I was fully expecting. Bless you.
Sorry.
Go home and tuck yourself into bed.
No, I've got work to do.
TV of the year. Go on.
Secret Level. It's the only thing I've watched. No, that's a lie.
You've watched 17 minutes.
That's a lie. Invincible. I watched season 2 of Invincible at the start of the year.
Was that released this year? Okay. Just checking the
I think so.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I love Invincible.
Nice.
Invincible's amazing, and I know I've harped on you about it for ages, and I don't think you've got around to it yet, but it's I think you'd like it. It's very, very good.
I watched very little. Very little.
It's my favourite comic book of all time, and they're really doing justice to it as a TV show. And it's a strange one because it looks very bright and colourful, and it looks like a kids' show, and then it's really not. It's gritty as all hell, and it's really savagely violent. It's the Walking Dead guy, so
yeah, it's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, best superhero thing I've ever read, and I've been loving comic books and superheroes since I was a kid. So yeah, highly recommend it. Season 3 begins in February, so excited to have that come back.
Nice. Mine would be probably, it's an odd one because I think what came out this year. Slow Horses is always a goodie because it's got that vibes Gary Oldman.
Right.
The Gary Oldman Scrobby.
Why did I think it was that show about the old detectives? Was it New Tricks or something? That's why getting into that, are you?
Slow Horses, they're sent to Slough House and they fuck up. Right. They all work for MI5. And
you've told me about this.
And Gary Oldman runs them. He's a slob. And he's absolutely brilliant. It was season 4 or 5 this year. And it had Hugo Weaving as the bad guy this time round. And it just, the writing is always good. Goldman's gold, as he always is. So that was good. Shrinking, Harrison Ford doing comedy, is genuine gold.
Right.
Dry. It's the same people who made Scrubs.
He's so dry, isn't he, Harrison?
But it works. He's better in that. What's the other thing he did this year? That was televisual or TV or... He's better in that than Indy. He's better in that than... Genuinely, it's really interesting because I didn't expect that to work.
Solo.
But it works. It shouldn't, or I didn't think it would. And it was like, oh, this is. It's like when I watched, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I watched the Grand Budapest Hotel.
I like the Grand
and you've got
Budapest.
Ray Fiennes, who I've seen do X, Y, and Z series, and then he did comedy.
Yeah,
and I wasn't expecting him to be so good at being so dry in his deadpan and his timing. And I thought,
I don't know. Have you seen Hail Caesar?
Yeah.
Would that it was so simple?
Well, yeah,
that's brilliant. That's a brilliant scene.
And that was then I knew it would work. But my first time seeing him in comedy was Grand Budapest. So it's like, will this work? Will it not? Okay. And he did. And he is so watching Harrison Ford do dry comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. And I'm currently watching The Agency, which is only on episode 3.
This is why you have time to do anything. Too much TV, too much tabletop RPG.
I don't want to paint.
You just don't want to paint anything but paint.
So yes. Review of the year. Not a bad year.
No. What are you looking forward to next year?
Next year, I'm looking forward to film-wise, definitely Nosferatu. I don't watch as many films.
No, and I'm looking forward to
it. Before episode 20 comes out, I would have seen it. So we'll tell you what I think.
We should do, if we go and see it roughly, we should do an episode on it.
We should do an episode.
Like we did for Alien and stuff.
Yeah. Do an Eggers episode.
Yeah. Oh, don't.
An Eggersode.
Oh, don't.
We'll call it an Eggersode.
Don't, because I'll chat about The Lighthouse forever, and I bloody love that film. It's like my top 4 movies of all time.
Bring your Little Mermaid figure.
Why'd you spill your beans, Winslow? It's such a good... Look at ye, posting cringe.
I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to, but from an RPG perspective, stuff I'm looking forward to doing. I am learning how to play and writing my own Middle-earth campaign for the One Ring, which I didn't realise they brought out the One Ring. Free League brought out the One Ring, which has different mechanics. There's a journey mechanic, which is different. The battle mechanics
See,
is different.
the devil's advocate in me says, why would you play a dedicated Lord of the Rings RPG system when you could just do the exact Lord of the Rings story in Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, this is my point, because they also, as a counterpoint to that, they brought out the same game with 5e rules.
What?
Yeah, it's a marketing thing. But it's called Lord of the Rings for 5e.
Yeah.
And they've basically taken the same story, the same whatever, but the BCs have all got D&D mechanics. And the way it's weird. I haven't looked because I would much prefer to play something that isn't D&D.
Yeah.
Because D&D is one type of fantasy.
That's going to get bought by Elon Musk, don't it?
So D&D is a different thing in my brain. Middle-earth, it feels the way they built this game, and I've been watching a bunch of streams and learning how to play it, does feel Lord of the Ringsy.
Okay.
The journey, the way you have to take a long journey, it's not just like a long journey in D&D. It does feel. So I'm excited about that, but counter programming to that, and I'm going to learn, and I'll do an episode on it next year about, I want to figure out how do people, I'm going to contact some streamers I watch, how do you run regular games like I do, but plan for the middle term, and then plan for the long term. So it's going to be I'm going to do a GM episode.
Okay, that's cool.
And talk about how can you...
Can I be involved in that?
Yes.
As your co-host?
No, but in terms of... I was interested to talk about it, because how do you maintain all the games you're running? How do you then arrange for that? How do you do it? So I watch some streamers who have got they've run 3 games a week online.
Yeah.
For people to stream. Mm-hmm. And then plan for the next one. Well, if you're prepping for those 3 games a week, and you're GMing, there's one guy who GMs them all, it's like, how do you... And then plan the medium term for the summer, and then. So I'm just interested.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a
lot.
Interesting to see what they come
back with.
So I'm going to contact them and see if they. And so for me, I'm learning how to do that on purpose with both Middle Earth, the One Ring, and a counterpoint. I'm going to learn how to play Star Trek.
Cool.
Modiphius is Star Trek because my family likes Star Trek.
Modiphius
make it.
Right.
It's the same people, 2D20 system, same people who make Conan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's a different vibe because you've got to do science checks, and it's all the slow burn of a Star Trek type of vibe. If you're into Star Trek, you'll get the idea. It's not just running and gunning.
Bagging green women.
You have to do the diplomacy, you have to do the science to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And you could accrue blah, 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 blah. And I thought that was perfect, genuine from a mechanical point of view, counter program to Hobbit.
Yeah.
Theme-wise, counterpoint.
Further away, could you? Yeah.
So I thought that'd be. So I'm looking forward to them. I am looking forward to possibly with our Monday night crew learning how to play their land.
Yeah, baby,
Cowboys. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff.
Good.
And we'll see what the year brings. And I want to figure out whether I can. I'm going to be blogging again. My own little blog. I'm interested. It might be my Hobbit corner. How we type in here. I'll update people as we go about what my thingies is to the game. And also, I used to blog or vlog. I'm an old man, so blogging is what I'm used to. I know people vlog now, so I might vlog too.
I might do the thing about
hi, welcome to my video.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah.
I might not. I'd have to.
It.
You'd be the only person.
Supportive friend. Kev will watch it.
Kev should be writing, but he would watch it instead to avoid writing. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that, but I'm also going to be blogging and
You've got it all planned out, haven't you?
In principle.
It's
a goal. No.
Really accusatory.
It's a goal.
You've got it all
planned out. It's a goal because it's something I'm interested in trying.
That's cool, man.
I go, yeah. So that's what you asked me the question.
Yeah. I didn't expect an answer.
Fuck you. What about what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to starting the 40k crusade the 16th of January.
Hey Joe.
Hi Joe.
Come on, podcast.
Come chat to us about it. Don't obviously
give us
spoilers. Yeah,
give me spoilers.
Give me the insider tips, please. Thank you, Joe. No. Looking forward to doing that because that will officially be my first game of Space.
When does that start?
16th of January. So
from the release date, 2 weeks.
2 weeks to get them all ready, battle ready, which would be cool. I'm looking forward to continuing with various different Warhammer stuff in regards to that. Jace, formerly of this parish, wants to play Get Off My Ship Space Marine, which is a board-in action thing he's cooked up where I bring a bunch of orcs and I own a spaceship and I've got to kick him off the spaceship, which will be fun.
Okay, so they're kind of... Okay, nice.
So I'm trying to get that together.
Does that require more troops?
Yeah, like one thing.
Okay.
It's not too bad. There's loads coming out that I want to do in regards to 40k. But the other thing that I recently sort of learned about just a couple of weeks ago was Trench Crusade. And I think next year that's going to be sort of
Trench Crusade
becoming a bit more of a thing.
The way that Jace described it, which I think was the easiest way to describe Trench Crusade without going into too much detail, was if Warhammer technically is 12 plus fighting by
this is 18
this is 18 rated Warhammer.
It's grisliest thing I've seen in a long time, and I'm well up for it. I'm living for it. Cover me in hands.
I was explaining this to Sharon. Technically, Warhammer's 12 plus. She went, really? I went, technically, Penitent Ken, my Penitent engine, is a 12 plus machine. It's built for a family to be able to play if you're a teenager in secondary school in this country.
Sure.
But this really isn't. But it does look dark as everything and in a fun way.
Give it a Google if you're interested. It's very, very cool.
And a very simple mechanics.
2d6 game system set in like warbands of 10 to, I think it's 7 to 13 miniatures as your whole army, which is perfect.
Like a skirmish.
Yeah, and you're a little gang, and you're going in between trenches, killing each other. And
so if you like wargaming genuinely, and the dice mechanics will say Warhammer,
but it's also got a nice mix of that because it's also you get all the levels up and like the D&D style of things, and battle scars, and this guy killed someone, so he's good at shooting now, and all that sort of stuff. And you get all of that sort of stuff. So
when Jace described Jace forming the parrot described the mechanics to us. It just made sense in 5 minutes. So if the mechanics of Warhammer put you off,
if you've listened to previous episodes, you've heard me harp on about things like toughness and strength, and
none of that bothers.
You don't have to worry about any of that. Trench Crusade, it's just if you roll 2d6 and you get over a 7, something good will happen. If you get under a 7, something bad will happen. That's literally it.
The summary. It does look very pretty.
Yeah.
It does look very grim.
Pretty in a gross way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm covered in 7 hands. It's really cool.
Quite dark and horrendous. So if you don't like horror games, don't play it. It is horrific.
But hopefully there'll be like the Kickstarter been like funded out the wazoo. It's been absolutely amazing.
Nice.
So hopefully next year they'll start releasing like proper like official miniature kits and stuff like that. In which case I'm jumping on and getting involved.
Nice.
Because like it'll be a one box done sort of thing, which would be nice. Until you go, I want to do this warband now, and give me because it's set. Just to give a bit more as well, it's set on our Earth. It's not. It's like an alternate, sort of past. If you see what I mean, it's set in World War One, but as if after the First Crusade, Jerusalem opened the gates of hell. They found like some sort of portal underneath Jerusalem in the First Crusade in like 1041 or whatever, and demons have been spilling out into the world, so it's all very much God is real and demons are real, and it's all been horrible for hundreds of years since, and we're in like the early 1900s, and
it's very
cool.
It does sound a lot of fun. Go and Google the artwork.
Honestly,
it's pretty.
Turn your safe search off because it's grim stuff.
So make sure you turn it back on. If your kids share your machines. That's this year and last year and next year. Next year we are going to start off with genuinely we're going to get Joe forming us. No, not
he's going to
come. He's going to come and guest for us. Hopefully, Joe, please come and tell us about your Warhammer Crusade.
How you plan something as monumental as a crusade amongst for multiple people.
We're now going to have an Eggisode, which is what we're going to dub it.
Eggisode.
Robert Eggers films because we did an Alien one, and we've got some other stuff planned. So for those who listen next year, thank you for joining us because it's been 7 months.
Thank you for coming with us this year as well. Pleasure talking to you all.
And look after yourselves over the New Year. Tonight, if you're listening to this on New Year's Eve, well done.
Go and have a Jaeger bomb.
Enjoy your Jaeger bombs. Drink responsibly.
Get smashed, mate.
Don't do anything silly. Don't do anything Adam wouldn't
do. Which one?
You.
Oh, I meant you.
But I would do more than you.
I don't think you would.
I think I might. Let's find out.
Until next year.
Until next year, folks. We will catch you soon. Bye. Adam's going to sing us out now.
I'm not. Not yet.
He's not singing yet. But we've had a practice.